dinner is over, and so Kevin and I want a little dessert for dinner for our latte time. So I've decided to make biscuits, butter biscuits. I've had some of my viewers ask me to please do the video on how to make the biscuits. They are so simple. It takes only 6 items, very, very simple to make. And so let's get started on making these biscuits, and then we're gonna top them with our homemade strawberry preserves. Yummy, come along. The recipe calls that you bake them from anywhere from 10 to 14 minutes, depending on the altitude of where you live. And instead of turning on the oven and heating up the kitchen, I'm gonna use my countertop oven at 425. I have not done that before with using the oven for biscuits, but we're gonna give it a try tonight. All right, so we've got it preheating. Let's get the biscuits started. So we're just gonna mix them in a bowl. Very simple to do. And I use a fork and fingers. So let's go. It wants 2 cups of flour, and I use King Arthur flour. And then it's gonna want 6 tablespoons of cold butter. You can use frozen or cold. I often will use this little grater to grate the butter to make it easier to work with. Use the frozen butter or very, very cold butter. That's what makes the biscuits really crispy. So I'm gonna try to shred it, grate it. If it doesn't grate well, we'll use the knife. First, and it's calling for 1 tablespoon of sugar. So we'll put that in with the flour. And I'll mix that up with my knife. Actually, let's just use my little whisk. There we go. And then it also wants 1 tablespoon of baking powder. This is gonna make about 6 to 8 biscuits. So we're gonna put that in there. 1 teaspoon of salt. There we go. Mix that up. Then you'll want to start putting the butter in a little at a time and mix it. Like I say, I use a fork, I use my fingers, whatever works for you. I usually start out with a fork, and then I resort to using fingers to mix it together. So I'm just pressing the flour and butter together. And that makes it really flaky. If you're using a cold or frozen butter, that's what's gonna help make these flaky. Kind of the same texture you're gonna get when making pie dough. So I'm gonna just use my fingers and push that all together. It's okay to use fingers. Fingers were invented before utensils. So if somebody looks at you strangely for having your hands in the pot, you just tell them, I washed them. And you do you, boo. I'm making biscuits. All right, see how that's getting flaky? So we've got that pretty well scrunched together. Now I'm gonna add a little bit more butter because my fear is some of it was stuck in that little strainer. And I like a flaky biscuit. So I often use my knife and cut it up that way. In it goes. See how simple that was? Perfect. So now it's starting to ball up like pie dough will do. All right. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add 3/4 a cup of milk. And you can mix that together with your fingers as well. It's just okay to do that. nice. You can use regular milk. You can use buttermilk. Now, if you don't have buttermilk, just take your whole milk or skim milk, whatever you're working with, add a couple of capfuls of white distilled vinegar, and it'll give it the same flavor as if you had used buttermilk. Did you know that? Vinegar with milk will give you the same as buttermilk. All right, see how nice that dough is? Look at that. Now, I didn't quite use all 3/4 of a cup. I'm gonna put in a little bit more so it holds together better. You'll also find when you bake and cook, the altitude is gonna change recipes slightly. That's wet enough, good. Yeah, that's perfect, just the way I want it. So I use just under 3/4 of a cup of milk. So now I'm going to cut biscuits. Let me show you how I do that. Get my hand cleaned off. Here's how I cut biscuits. Just a little bit of flour on my little plastic countertop cutting board. Grab your dough for your biscuit. Put it on that flour. Just kind of make a little ball. Flatten it out. Like so. I do mine about that thick. Then what I do is what I was taught as a kid. Take a glass, I use plastic, and use the glass to cut your biscuit. Isn't that nice and easy? Let's do another one. See what happens when you watch old people do stuff? Traditions that people don't see any longer. But that's how you make a biscuit. Again, flatten it to about that thickness. Take a glass, push it down, take off the excess, and your biscuit drops right out. Isn't that beautiful? Your family's gonna be impressed. You're gonna have to tell me how you did when you make these biscuits. Number 3. Look at that. Beautiful. Like I say, you'll get probably 6 to 8 biscuits, depending on how big you make them, out of this recipe. Beautiful. I think I'll make 6. We'll get 2 out of this. What do you think? I think so. There's number 5. Number 6. There we go, 6 biscuits. That's all I have for waste. Now, many of you who watch my videos know that sometimes I can be just a bit over the top. Wouldn't you agree? And that's okay. I get it honestly. Now, all of us, I think, had an Aunt Betty in our lives. I had an Aunt Betty. So I'm going to share this on why I'm over the top. My Aunt Betty was a bit eccentric. Growing up as kids, I didn't know her very well. But what I did know, we joked about and called her Crazy Aunt Betty. Now, we didn't think she ever heard us or knew we did that. But that's who she was, Crazy Aunt Betty. Well, as an adult, by the time I was 35, her and I regained a lost 20-year passing. So we became very close and very good friends. And I used to call her, if not every day, every other day, for years until she passed away when I was 44. So from the age of about 30 to 44, we forged a wonderful relationship. She had 4 boys. She called me her 5th son. Now, I used to say to her, you know, Aunt Betty, we used to call you crazy. And I apologize for that. She said, honey, no apologies necessary. I will tell you something, Aunt Betty said. I learned as a young lady, and it served me well in my adult life, raising 4 boys, single, that if you act crazier than the rest of the world will leave you alone. You know what I learned? I can do me some crazy. Not gonna waste that milk. Let's get these in the oven. Preheated the oven, and this is hot. So we're gonna put those biscuits on here and put them in that oven on the counter. So I don't have to heat up my kitchen and pay an over the price electrical bill for a short period of time. So we're using a small space. All right, let's get these in the oven over here. Timer set, 13 minutes, we should have biscuits. Now the biscuits have been in the oven only for 2 minutes, but look how beautifully they rise. Easy, easy biscuits. Well, some of you gals, maybe guys, and younger gals who's watching may remember the Easy Bake Oven. I never had one. I now have an Easy Bake Oven. Love it. Use it all the time. The biscuits are done. Let me get them out. And I'm making the lattes. They're beautiful. Look how nice and golden brown those are. Aren't those wonderful? Open them up and show you. Also took the liberty to make the lattes while I was waiting for the biscuits. What a way to end the evening. Lattes made homemade biscuits. All right, show you how flaky these are. Those beautiful. Let's cut one open. It's sliced like butter. Isn't that beautiful? That is a wonderful homemade butter biscuit, y'all. So flaky, so good. I have a latte, Kevin will have an Americano, which means an espresso with less milk, more water. Oh, that's wonderful. All right, let's get some water in here. Now we're gonna put some of my homemade strawberry preserves on our biscuits. Nice. Oh, those smell good. Nothing like it. Homemade biscuits, homemade strawberry preserves, and a latte. Now that's what I'm talking about. Thanks for coming along. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Kevin and I are gonna go enjoy our night. Till next time, be well. Ciao. No apologies. You do you, boo.